have two amazing guests today. I'd like to say hello, Jude. How are you?
Hi, I'm okay.
Good.
Hi.
Hello, Grant.
Hello, Cece.
Grant, who are you?
Your mate?
Yes, you are, but you also work on the show with me.
Yes, I do.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I feel like I'm living my teenage dream right now. I'm literally sat in a studio with Frankie Bridge
Hey!
and Cece from First Dates.
Oh, Grant, stop it. What's your job on the show?
I was a waiter.
A waiter.
Cece's bitch.
Yeah, he basically was. Yeah, I would tell him to go and do this and do that. No, we used to work together for a long time. What, 5-7 years now?
6 or 7 years, yeah.
God, it feels like forever. And we serve the food on the show, and I think what is lovely about it is we see this journey, and what I always get from the show is that there is someone out there for everybody. Just when you've got to the point where hope is lost and you can feel really disheartened a lot of the time in the dating world, but we put people together and we've had so many success stories. We've had babies, marriages, we've had it all, haven't we? And it really it makes, especially for someone like me who's single, I'm still single, it gives me hope that there is someone out there for me.
There's someone out there for everyone.
No one believes
just not you, mate. Just not everyone else, just not you.
That was a proper tumbleweed.
I know, yeah, sorry.
Guys, well, move on then. So the way we start this show is we like to talk about green flags and icks. So Jude, I'm going to ask you first.
Thanks for that.
As you are most
Thanks
welcome.
for wheeling me out.
We'll start with the green flags. What would you say in the terms of like relationships or people dating is a green flag for you?
The big green ones, they're so obvious, the green ones, aren't they? It's humour. They've got to be funny.
Yes.
They've got to have a brain.
That's always helpful.
Always helpful,
Yeah, a brain
I
and
find.
humour. Yeah,
Yes.
that's it.
That's probably the two things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you could, the whole I can be laughed into bed? Do you feel like that's...
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, if someone's
100%.
funny. Yeah.
It has happened.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we see that a lot in like the celeb world,
Yeah.
when you see certain funny
Interesting
actors
Yes.
out with very hot women and
Yeah.
you're like, well,
Yeah, he must be
he's
really
very funny.
So one of my weird crushes when I was younger was Jimmy Nail, and I was like, "What is wrong with you?"
Jimmy Nail.
I stand by
God,
that.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say.
No,
think I'm
I
a bit
do.
too good
No,
as well.
that is an
I do.
interesting choice, but funny. Yeah, I'll give you but funny. Grant, what about you? What's a green flag?
I think my green flags are pretty similar, to be honest. Good
Humour.
personality, funny, pretty.
Pretty, fit.
Fit.
Come on, I know you've got more than
No,
that.
I'm growing up now,
Try
aren't
and
I?
be polite.
Back in the day, there was obviously a lot more. But
Just fair.
fit, just fit,
Just
and fit, yeah.
Pulse and fit.
Yeah, but
What?
yeah.
Pulse. Yeah.
Maybe 10 years ago. Maybe 10 years ago, but now it's all personality and funny, I think.
Yeah, all right, whatever, Grant. What about icks?
I got an easy one, first one.
Go on.
And I feel like I can't say it anymore.
Yeah,
but
you can.
Big feet.
Big feet.
Big feet.
Big feet.
Really?
Scare me a bit, yeah.
Why? What size are your feet?
Well, I mean,
size 4 or
I'm
something?
I'm only a size 8.
Yeah, so like
But-
they're
Oh,
not
that's
the
what it
biggest
is.
man feet. So if a
No.
girl had,
Yeah.
it's quite easy for them to have same size.
I mean, I don't want to start swapping shoes with someone. Do you know what I mean?
Would you ever say that on a date though? Would you say like, "Oh, one of my icks," or would
Well,
you look down first
Well, no,
and make
my
sure they're
current girlfriend's a size 6, and that's quite
yeah.
that's quite big.
Did you
so
put
I
that
don't
on
put-
your Tinder profile then? Must have.
Yeah,
Did you?
must have small feet, please.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
I got so I was on a date and someone said that cankles, cankles.
Oh,
where
yeah.
you're-
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they said that cankles is a turn off, and it made me so conscious. I was like
Yeah.
covering my leg, thinking, I hope that I fit into the category of not having canks.
Let's see.
That's like men with women's bums. That's a weird one. I don't like a man with a woman's
No,
bum.
you're fine. Don't have
What's
cankles.
a woman's bum on a man then? What's
Yeah.
that?
No, sometimes they look from behind. They look like they're actually a woman. You never noticed?
No.
No?
What, a man that does a lot of squats?
I'd say not enough squats.
Oh, okay.
because they got like a flat bum.
No, the other way round. Like peachy.
Oh, like peachy.
you don't, or you do like a peachy
No,
bum?
I don't.
Really?
No.
You want someone with a long back? just
Yeah,
all
just
back,
like
Back
all-
into
falling off chairs.
Would you say that's your ick?
It's one of them.
Well, oh, give us another one then.
I was saying to Cece, there was a bloke I was seeing and he used to use 2 towels after a shower and he used to wear it like a hood, like Little Red Riding Hood, and sit like a small child on the bed.
What do you mean, like a hood? Like where they wrap it,
Just
or
wrap
just?
it, yeah. Not in a manly butch way around his waist, in a I'm a small child. I need to be covered with lots of towels.
Mm.
That was a bit of a turn off. So that's a bit
Wayne
weird.
always uses 2 towels.
Yeah, but does he like tie his hair up? And does he tie it around his waist? Or does he
Or to
like,
do it under the armpits.
like underneath and then like around his
I don't know what he does with the second one, actually.
I think if I walked into the room and I was dressed like that, I think my girlfriend would probably slap me, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't like it if someone had put it under their
No.
armpits, I suppose,
No.
rather than around their
No.
waist.
It's just so funny, these icks.
I
Like,
know, it's so weird.
Wait-
Oh no, Wayne uses his second one just to rough dry his hair,
Yeah,
and then that's
but
it.
doesn't
Yeah, but you don't
leave
wrap it
it
around his
No,
head,
No,
does he?
exactly.
Yeah, sorry, I
See?
had to think what he uses it for.
If he
then.
does, I think that needs to get picked up.
Yeah.
Wayne Bridge puts the towel around his head.
Right, we're going to start with you and a little bit about you and your life and your dating history. Because obviously I know quite a lot about you, right?
Yeah.
And I probably know the things that you may not want to share, which I really want to ask about. So
All right.
tell us a bit about like your journey.
She's like, you might not want to share them, but I'm going to
So
bring
I'm
them
going to
up.
just ask away.
Thanks.
But tell us a bit about like your journey of where, because when I met you, to be completely honest, you were a little bit of a lad. What else? Another word?
Rascal.
Rascal.
Do you know,
Yeah, that's
Do
yeah.
you know what? I'm just gonna say I was young. I was like
No,
20.
that's
I
fine,
was
it's cute.
20. I was 22 when we met. I was in a
Right.
good position. I was on TV.
What, a revolving door?
I wouldn't
It
say
wa-
revolving door,
but you
revolving
just-
weekend. I just didn't have the balls to. Me and Sleep are best friends, and I thought that like waking up to a human that I don't really know and not having sleep, and then having to like film a 15-hour day ahead didn't sit well. That was
No.
probably the
Mm.
only reason. I can't say it's because of
Yeah,
Just
but you,
sleep.
morals.
you
Yeah.
then, you then was where I am now. Because me and Austin used to sit down for hours until like 3 a.m. and just get pissed with the crew.
You did,
Mm.
yeah.
Whereas now I'd be exactly the same, straight asleep.
yeah,
Boring now.
it's all age.
Just
isn't it?
grown. Just grown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Grown.
So that was then. So and then dating history, like from then, what's changed?
I've got a girlfriend now.
Oh.
Okay.
How long have you been together?
4 months.
It's
Mm.
six.
We've been seeing each other 6 months. We've been
Okay.
together 4 months.
How's that work?
Right.
Oh, how
Yeah.
does that work these days? So do you have the conversation? Because like when I was dating, it was like, so are you sleeping with anyone else? No, I'm not sleeping with anyone else. And that would be like the first conversation. And then it'd be like, so are we together now? Yeah, we're together now. Is that a thing anymore or not?
Yeah, I think it was pretty much like that, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, but you've said seeing and date and girlfriending. So the first
Like-
Yeah,
2
so
months.
I was just, we were dating, seeing each other for like 2 months, and then, together.
So how did you meet? How did this come about? Because I know you as being
So
in quite a
romantic.
long-term relationship. You were playboy and then you were long-term relationship, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
so
then
how long was your previous relationship?
4 years, I think, wasn't it? Lived together, had 2 cats,
Oh, I wondered what you were going to say
Yeah.
then. Yeah.
I did.
Okay, cats. All right.
2 kids.
Did you keep the
Two.
cats? Or?
No, she kept them, and
Good.
now she's.
Cats aren't the best. She can have the cat.
Oh, we.
I got 'em back.
He's got 'em back.
Spoiler, I've got them back, Frankie.
Okay, so we'll
we
edit
love
that out.
cats.
We love cats.
Such a cat
Thank
person.
God you got the cats. Why is she giving you back the cats?
Because she's buggered off to New York and now goes out with a Hollywood celebrity.
Oh,
Yeah.
So she don't give a shit about the cats.
She didn't give a shit about the cats.
Oh, poor cats. I love
Yeah,
cats.
exactly.
So I want to know more about how you met. What do you want to call her? Your new girlfriend?
Ashley.
Ashley. Done.
Ashley Dunn.
How did you meet Ashley?
The good old romantic dating app Hinge.
So hang
You know
on.
what? She
Go on.
she actually works with one of my friends and she wants that to be the story, but it's not. It was Hinge.
Right.
No,
okay.
let's
It
just
was
get
Hinge.
it real. So
Yeah.
it was Hinge. Were you on TV doing X on the beach whilst you met her?
No, so X on the Beach has only been out about 2 months. We've been together since X on the Beach was coming out, and I just said, look, don't watch it.
Okay, but she was all right with it because obviously that's
Yeah, no, she
that's
was.
a show where you all shag on TV, no?
Oh, I didn't.
Okay.
I waited till the cameras went off.
Okay.
He's not silly.
Okay.
But no, she wasn't bothered. She was like, it was in the past. We hadn't met before that. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
is what it is.
yeah, we've all got a past, didn't we?
When you went on your first date, was she exactly like her profile?
Do you know what? I almost didn't swipe right on her. And she said she'd done exactly the same to me because she had like all these like weird photos of her like on walks and stuff like that. But she was miles away in the photos. I couldn't actually see what she looked like. So I was like, she could be a catfish. But there was one photo and I was like, she looks kind of cute in that. Swipe right. And then, yeah. But as soon as she walked down the stairs, I was like, shit, she's fit and I need to drink more.
Really?
Yeah.
What, this is in a bar? This is
Yeah. So I'd been waiting in the bar for about 20 minutes. I'd got a bottle of red. So I was just drinking and then she came down the stairs and that glass and bottle went down very fast. I think she had like 1 glass.
What? So she made you nervous?
Yeah.
And do you think part of that was because you were kind of ready now to meet someone, whereas in the past you were kind of this playboy?
Oh,
Just
100%.
kind of...
This was the first time that I like met someone from a dating app and gone. It was kind of like the new year, new me thing. Like it got to the beginning of this year, I was like, look, been a playboy again for a few years. I think I'm finally ready for a relationship again. And then I saw her come downstairs and I was like, great. Well, that was short, wasn't it? Found her.
Really? But did you really like genuinely think that? Were you just like, oh yeah, she's really fit, or were you like, fuck? Like,
No.
I see a bit more.
Like we were talking, and do you know when the chat's good, you can tell like even on an app or something like that.
Mm.
And yeah, even through the day, I was like saying like, when can we do this again? When can we do this again?
Oh,
Were you?
Yeah, and
That's
that-
really
you
cute.
Yeah,
Keen
that was cute.
bean.
Yeah, I know, like
Yeah,
keen
but how
bean.
many times did you ask her? Because the way you said it then
No,
was quite intense.
All right, I was.
She's like, so the other day, when can we do this again? When can we do this
I mean,
again?
we were absolutely blotted. I think it was about 2 o'clock. I was putting her in a taxi. I was like, when can we see each other again? I think it was like the taxi on the night home.
Did you kiss her?
Oh, yeah, way before that.
Okay, so you snogged and then you put her in a cab.
I mean, there's a lot more that happened on that day. But yeah, whilst we were at the end, I put her on a date. She was like, oh, I'll let you know. I'll text you. I was like, that's weird. We just had a sick night out.
Yeah.
She had another date the day after. Playing her cards. Then.
Wow.
And I knew you would.
She was like, I'm not committing until I know
Yeah,
what
she was-
the other one's
Just
like.
need to see what tomorrow's.
Yeah.
And do you know what?
I'll let you know.
It took her a long time to tell me this.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not bothered.
So what? Yeah.
Go on.
What happened during the day?
So we had the drink in the first bar. We're having such a good time. I was like, right, let's go to another bar. Like, she knows Leeds. I'm not really from there. The second bar, we were the only people in there. And then this guy walked in with a huge dog, buff as anything, and sat down and started reading a book and smoking a cigarette. And I was like, who's this cool motherfucker? And obviously he's got a big dog with him. And the dog starts coming over and sniffing. And I'm like, we're going to need to have a conversation with this guy, aren't we? So bloody boyo starts speaking in the date. We just get chatting. And he's obviously flirting with me. And I'm like,
Oh, so he's come over with his dog to you?
yeah.
Oh.
Or maybe we went over to, I think we went over to him because he's
Okay.
got the dog and he was like, I want to go pet the dog. I was like, all right, let's do that.
It's like being on a date with me. I'd be the same. I need to go pet the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're great, but that dog.
Yeah, I'd be so distracted by it.
It was a
Yeah.
cute dog. It was massive as well. And there was also a buff, huge guy. I mean, it was a Friday night,
Yeah.
sat
So
in a
you did
bar
reading a
on his
fucking
own,
book?
reading a book.
How dare he?
That's him out with a fishing rod, let's be honest. This is what he's trying to do. But yeah, so we started talking to him and just having a conversation. He's like, oh, so what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I'm just an actor, I've just done a pantomime. But he goes, I go, oh, what are you? Heart surgeon for kids.
Oh,
I was like,
fuck
no, you're
off.
not. I
Was
was like,
he?
He's lying.
I know, that's what
He is lying.
nobody is that perfect to be
Also,
sat
it's
there.
like blatantly trying to steal your girl from
Yeah.
right under your nose.
Yeah.
Guess what? 2 days later, he messaged her on Instagram.
No.
Don't know how he found her.
Whoa.
I mean, he's got a good game.
Yeah.
What a cheeky fucker.
Hey,
Well, you
can't
were
be
on
that
your
good.
first date.
It can't be that
So-
good game. I'm still with her.
That's so cheeky though, no?
It is, isn't
He
it?
must have been hunting. He must have gone through like, how the hell did he find her?
I have no idea. He didn't,
Yeah, I'm
he
quite
didn't even know
impressed
her
by
name.
that. Does that make me weird?
That's like stalker
That
vibes.
is
isn't it?
stalker.
Your
That's what
friend
everyone
here.
does.
No.
What,
like,
sits in a bar on a Friday night with a
no.
dog and a fucking book?
But finds people on
Said, "Heart
Instagram.
surgeon. I am doing the wrong thing. Shit.
So did you decide to leave there? Were you just like, right, let's get
right,
out
well,
of
the
here?
thing is, I went to the toilet. I was like, right, I'm going to get another round. And he just kind of looked at me and I was like, you want a drink then?
No.
Yeah, so I
drink?
bought a pint as
Oh
well.
my God. Gets worse.
You bought him a drink?
Yeah, well, it was just like kind of about. I was like, well, I'm off to bars to get you a drink. And he was just like,
Well, you chat to my
Yeah, while
missus
you
to
get
me.
her number.
yeah. And then went to another bar.
With him.
No, sacked him off. I was like, let's
Stop.
get out of
Yeah.
here. Ditch this guy. And then we got to the next bar and it was like really small and cramped. And we were sat next to a few other couples. And as you do, we just started chatting to another set of people. I was
Why
like,
do you keep talking to people? I feel like you're the problem here.
no, it was
You went over to the man with the dog
Uh.
and you bought him a drink and then you go somewhere else
No,
and you're like,
she went
and then
over
we
to
got
man-
chatted to another couple. You're very northern. You like talking to people. You lot are too
Very
friendly.
northern.
maybe it's people like
Yeah.
talking to me. That's what it is. I think
People
that's
from
what it is.
London, we're a lot more dismissive.
No, we're like, fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm on a date. Like,
We wouldn't even make eye contact.
no, look away from the dog. And
So you
the
got
man.
chatting to another couple in the next bar?
Yeah. So they were on an unofficial first date as well. So it was kind of like breaking the ice. And this guy just started gassing me up. And I was like, yeah, keep going with this. And she was like, this is my first date. Will you pack it in? And he's like, nah, I'm going to kiss him before you.
He was going to kiss you.
Yeah. And I was like,
Fair enough.
all right. But I thought, oh, yeah, that'd be funny. I was like, go on then. And just like, but it was like a peck. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
This is very
I'm
strange.
Yeah.
joking, but-
It's a bit
So you
weird.
let a man kiss you on your first date with your girlfriend after heart surgeon man had
Yeah,
You left him at
and
the
now
bar.
thinking back, like this was obviously a bad idea. Anyway,
So the date ended.
The
She
date
went on
ended,
another
yeah.
date. What happened then?
she said she got the ick instantly. She knew that she liked me and was like, I cannot get this guy further away from me.
Ah. And then after that, did it all just kind of happen pretty quick?
Yeah, it all just kind of fell in this place. Went on a date to Whitby, had a walk down the beach and stuff, and then it was my birthday, and then she threw me a little party, had a little call in the caterpillar. It was nice.
Gotta love a Colin the caterpillar.
We like Ashley. Ashley. She
Ashley.
sounds lovely.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to meet her. Okay, before we move on to your story, Jude, I think Frankie and I need a moment to process.
Agreed. I think Cece and I are just going to nip to the loo really quickly and then we'll be right back.
Do you know what? It's so nice seeing Grant. I feel like I know maybe too much about his stories.
Obviously, you've known Grant for ages and you've seen him through all those dating stages of his life. So when he was young, like he said himself, he was just like, you know.
was a naughty boy.
Yeah. And then he had a long-term relationship, then came back out of that, you know, had his little playboy time, and then now he's like back into a relationship. And I think people, as you get older, like through different ages, you go through those stages, don't you, where you want different things and you're figuring yourself out. And he seems like he's matured now.
He's definitely 180. Seeing that, the journey has been it's been quite fun actually.
Right, now we're back. Jude!
Go Jude! So I've been single, well, I've been divorced for about 7 years and launched myself onto Tinder with like real enthusiasm 6 years ago. In between that period of time, obviously, in and out of like a few relationships. But so this was back in the early days when I was, new to the game, fresh meat.
Nice.
So just one random evening at a friend's and I spot a guy who fits the right age criteria, height criteria, and his occupation was stunt performer. So I was thinking, that has got to be a euphemism. No one's a stunt performer. So we start messaging and his messages were a bit dry, but I'm thinking I'll go with it because he did actually say, I am actually a stuntman. I thought, this is interesting.
It is a real job. So
yeah, it's a real job.
Yeah,
exactly. So we start dating and had been sort of seeing each other fairly casually, but regularly for about 2 months. And one, just leading up to our date, which turned out to be our final date, didn't know at that point. He was starting to probe me a little bit. That's the wrong word to use. He was starting to question me.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Sorry.
About underwear choices. And he was like, so do you like nice underwear? I was like, yeah. He's like, so, what kind of thing are you into?
What were you thinking? Was it putting you off or was you like, all right, I'll go with
I'd
it?
had that many dick pics at this point. That was nothing.
What,
Okay, I
this
wasn't
bloke?
expecting that to come out of you.
Not of him, just random.
Just randomly.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been there. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Not for a while, but go on.
Well, you've been sending. Okay, anyway.
I'm receiving.
Right.
Sorry.
I actually don't get sent that many online, and I'm starting to feel a bit offended.
I've sent you some of mine. I've got like a back catalogue.
Okay.
I just don't really see what people think you're going to get out of it, but I digress.
No, I
Anyway,
don't get anything
Anyway.
out
It's
of
not
it.
pretty. It's
No.
not impressive.
Never, ever.
Just put it away.
Put it away.
Yeah.
So
underwear's not that weird.
Underwear's fine, yeah. That was nothing. So yeah, established, black, lace, whatever. And he was like, go and get yourself something nice for the date. I was like, okay. I was kind of hoping you'd
Bit
buy
presumptuous, but
it.
okay.
But anyway.
Had you slept together
Yes,
by
we
this
had.
point? Oh, okay.
So, yeah,
all
it's
right.
fine.
So he can. All right.
Yeah. And so we went out for a meal, went really well, as all the other dates had gone, and I'm thinking, this could be going somewhere, All my mates were so excited. They're like, my God, Jude, you're dating a stuntman. Proper stuntman.
So
And
he actually was a stuntman?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that would stress me out.
it did a little bit.
Yeah.
But then, do you know what really annoyed me? He did a lot of talking about his films and his credits. And I'm thinking, I know I'm just
Ooh.
like a
Bit of a
normal-
name dropper.
Yeah, I know
Ew.
I'm just a boring normal person, but
Also, no one really actually sees you in it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's impressive, but no one knows.
But you're not Brad Pitt. You're his bodybuilder.
Yeah.
So we do the date and we're in like a really nice outfit, underwear's on, and he's just wearing jeans and a t-shirt. So I thought, again, make an effort.
Yeah.
Got back to mine, and so I'm like putting the tunes on, pouring the wine, lighting the candles,
Oh.
thinking
the
it's
mood.
nice, set the mood. I turn around, and I'm not even joking. His jeans are down by his knees, and his underwear is pretty much identical to what I'm wearing. He's wearing full-on black lace thong, suspenders, stockings.
Fuck off.
Seriously. I said to my mate,
Did he have a bra on?
no, he didn't. So
Okay.
it's just from
So
the waist
he's
down.
topless. And he-
T-shirt still on.
Yeah.
So, but I really want to set this scene. So you're like leaning over, like sorting out
Being
the
all
music.
seductive.
have
pouring-
you got your
pouring
underwear
wine.
out yet at this
No,
point?
I'm still
So
fully
you're
clothed.
fully dressed. You're
Yeah.
pouring some wine.
Yeah.
And are you having a conversation with him? Are you like singing
Do
to
you know
music?
what?
Like what's going on?
The tunes are on, and literally he did it in stealth mode, I think, because I'm just
He's
chatting
a
away.
stuntman.
Stuntman, exactly.
Oh, he's a stuntman.
Training.
Of course.
Mm.
It was the
He's
training.
done this before.
When you were turning round and he had the trousers back down by his ankles, what do you think he was
I
expecting
don't know what he was
from that?
expecting.
Was he like hard?
No, he was soft. He looked.
Sexy!
That would make a difference. If
I
you're
was
wearing
thinking
a
it.
thong,
Yeah.
you know, is it going forward or
I
sideways?
said to my mate
Did it
afterwards,
flop
Thongs are
outside?
small.
I said it looked like his penis was about to rob a bank. You know when it's all squished up?
So he wasn't excited yet. He was getting to the point of being
Getting to the
excited.
point. I was getting to the point
So
of really not being
confused.
excited.
Even if a man, you turned
Looked like
around and he still
oranges
had
in a
his
little
t-shirt
bag.
on, he just had boxers on and you turned around and his jeans were around by his ankles, I'd be like,
That's
mate,
weird
what are you
anyway,
doing?
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so then what?
And then obviously we went and had sex with the lights out.
You had sex with him! Oh my God!
Fuck! Right, no, wait,
Yeah,
wait.
like, what was the conversation?
Right.
How did, we
You
need
turn around, trousers down. What do you say? Your first.
step by step.
I think I did say what the fuck, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he
And then-
said,
And then he seemed a bit confused, which I'm thinking, have I missed the cues here? I mean, each to their own, whatever floats your boat. But I would suggest that if you're going to do that kind of stuff, give someone a heads up. You know, there was no
When he
warning.
asked you what underwear you like,
Exactly. That
he maybe thought
Oh.
on a man.
Exactly.
I reckon he's got a 100% hit ratio with this because you said you were
He's
straight
still
in there. So I'm
shifting,
assuming
yeah.
he's had this before.
So you go upstairs.
Yes.
He's still.
Still in the gear.
And you have sex with it on?
No, I made him take it off.
Right.
But
So
I
you
still,
said take it off, or
take
did you
it
try
off.
and do it in the
I
moment?
think I did it in a nice way.
Yeah.
To be
I
fair.
think, I think I did it.
Oh, was it like a get it off?
Get it, I really get it off.
He took
I
his
think that would-
stockings off. He took it. Oh,
What, in a seductive manner? No, they probably did it like a bloke, like with a
Had
pair of
he trimmed up?
Yeah,
Manscaped, yeah.
manscaped.
So
All I can see is like
okay.
fruit in a bag.
Yeah.
like a net
yeah, but
bag.
also a thong just about
Bulging out the
carries
sides.
like.
Yeah, exactly. Thong just about contains me, let alone a knob.
Thank you.
Yeah. So. Can we can cut this out.
You
if
can
you want,
ask
but, like,
anything.
So the sex, was it like, what kind of sex was it? Was he like,
Filthy
good.
as
yeah,
shit
throwing
is
up, was
off.
he
Fair,
doing
he
weird
wasn't
shit?
filthy. He wasn't. Well, I was about to say he wasn't really a kinky fucker, but clearly he was.
No,
But,
okay.
Yeah.
So quite
sex-wise,
sort of
standard
basic
issue.
sex,
Yeah.
but
But-
kinky on the.
Just a little
on the-
fetish.
Yeah,
like missionary and
I
lace.
find this fascinating.
it is weird though, isn't it?
So you had sex. Did you
Yeah.
stay the night?
Yes. And in
Okay,
the morning,
you're a very
I had.
understanding lady.
You are.
Well, that was back then. Now, no.
Yeah, was you a bit like, you'd not long been divorced? Were you a bit like,
Basically.
maybe this is a thing?
I just felt a bit more. I'm quite unapologetic now, and I realised that actually I'm okay. But back then, you were kind of grateful for what you could get. Sounds
Oh,
awful,
Jude, don't
doesn't
say
it?
that. Yeah.
I was going to say, I get it. I mean, I've never
Yeah.
had a guy do that, but yeah, I
CC,
understand.
So was there any more discussion of it, or did you just
It
kind of park
basically,
it?
it was he sort of trooped off in the morning.
Did he take it
after-
with him?
Well, I had to then establish whose was whose because it was all looking quite similar.
Babe, are these your knickers or mine? And
that
is
was-
this suspender yours or
that
is
was how
that
it
mine?
went.
Is the
was
ones
how
with
it went.
crusty ass pubes still in it, as those are his.
Oh,
Skiddies.
Lovely.
So that was it. And then he went off, and then I just went and block.
Did you
Oh, you
block
did?
him?
Yes. And do you know what? I've only blocked 2 people since starting Tinder.
Wow.
So it just goes to show.
I think that's
You
fair.
didn't even give him nothing. No.
No.
I'm going to shag you and then you can go. And
Yeah,
off you
you've
go.
you've served your
Yeah.
purpose. Goodbye. And did you ring all your friends? Because I think the first thing I would do is
Immediately,
be straight on the
obviously.
group chat, like, guys.
Straight on the group chat. We because all my mates used to know that it's a weekend. Jude's probably going to be doing a bit of Tindering. So Monday comes around. Monday comes around. At that point, I was working for a company that had like a breakout area partitioned off from the rest of the office. So it would be like the roundup on a Monday. Right, how did it go? And I was like, you're not going to believe this. So we're howling as I repeat the story. And I can just hear that it's all gone really quiet out in the office. And literally an office of about 40 people. And it was like,
Everyone heard.
everyone heard.
But he gave you a great story.
It's a good story.
So since that, like,
Yeah.
do you date differently? Do you do anything differently? Do you like, is there any type of like, I don't know,
What's
Do
your
you know
fetish?
what I do? Kind of,
yeah, like, do you ask
Do you know
questions?
what I have said? Do you, and this is like, I'll say it in a normal way. I'll go, do you like nice underwear? And then in the small print, I'll go, me wearing it though, not you. Because I feel the need to double check.
Yeah, but
I
then
mean,
they probably think that's a really quite
odd
a full-on
question.
question.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Why are you asking me that? Well,
When was this? How long ago was
so
this?
that must have been about 6 years ago.
Okay.
So yeah, I've had a couple of relationships in between. So then started back on the Tinder.
and
fairly
what's your
recently.
experience of it now? Is it different? Do you
It is
feel like you're
different.
using it differently?
I think I'm using it differently. I think, looking back, I think as you get older, I'm going to be 48 this year. And
Wow.
I feel more confident. That's
Mm.
probably to do with HRT.
Yeah.
Perimenopause kicks in, get on the HRT, and it gets rid of a lot of like the nerves, the anxiety, the self-doubt. I don't know, I just feel I feel differently about myself now than I did.
Do you think
6 years ago.
you've changed the way that what you're looking for? Do you think that?
Yeah, I think so. I think, it sounds so cringy, but I think back in the day, you would literally, like I said, you're kind of grateful. And I don't feel like that whatsoever now.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
great.
shouldn't
Yeah,
feel
like,
like
well, you
that.
picked me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pick me. And actually, I'm like, what do you bring to the party?
Have you
Yeah.
tried Hinge?
No, I tried.
So much better.
Yeah,
it?
Hinge
So
is
much
so
better.
much better.
Is it?
Tinder's a bit shaggy, isn't
It
it?
is shaggy,
And,
definitely.
and Hinge is.
Hinge, you get a bit more personality, don't you? You
Do
can
you?
kind of,
yeah,
yeah.
there's like a
I like a good
write-up.
chat. If someone can't chat back on an app, and it's back and forth, it's
Yeah.
like,
Well, I think that's like standard because
Mm.
that's the struggle of like, I guess I'm like mid-30s, so my world of dating now, it's the conversation doesn't flow. So I
Yeah.
don't think I don't know what's happened in like, I don't know if
Yeah.
everyone's just got really bored or just really like, I don't know, greedy, but the dating world has changed. It's a lot harder just to have a like, hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you doing? How's your weekend been?
No
That doesn't,
chat.
Yeah.
no, the chat doesn't happen.
Can we get the bill, please? Well, on that note, at the end of every podcast, we've heard both your stories.
Yes.
Who do we think should pay the bill for this episode?
I think Mr. Fetish. I think he's, I think he needs to foot the bill for this whole situation.
100%.
I'd
not
agree.
Although he probably spent a lot of money on that underwear.
Exactly.
Well, shit, he could have bought yours.
I
Like,
know.
you know what I mean? If
But he can
really
flog
wants
it for a
to-
lot more now it's been worn.
There's apps and
Oh.
sites
All right.
for that.
Everyone's got a fetish.
So Mr. Underwear is footing the bill.
Yeah, I think we're in agreement
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr.
All right, fair.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for
you.
coming on.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
And good luck.
Yeah.
Thanks.
yeah.
Need it.
Thanks for listening, guys. And while you're at it, I know you've got your phones open. So you see that little follow button? Hit it now. And whilst you're there, you might as well leave us a really nice review.
From Podimo and 2020, this has been First Dates the Podcast, hosted by me, Frankie Bridge.
And me, Cece Coleman.
The producers are Blondine Hogue and Fionn Lewis.
The video producer is Rob Walsh. The executive producers for Podimo are Jake Chudnow and Matt White. The executive producer for 2020 is Martin Tricky.
Special thanks to Bruna Pias, Kendra Steeb and Fatima Patea.
For ad-free episodes, subscribe to Podimo UK on Apple Podcasts.